Time at the bar.
Okay, so let's play a game of bar billiards, and what I'll do is I'll talk you through the sort of shots that are available, and which one I think is the best one. I'll play something, and we'll find out if it was the best shot or not, or whatever. We'll just sort of try and learn something, shall we, from this rather sort of interesting game. So let's get going. Pull the lever. It's just me, so I'll probably throw up a few sort of dummy player names just to make it a bit more exciting. And so it's a bit more of a match. Break-off shot. So red, white in the centre of the D. So really the options here, no one's got any score. These three mushrooms lose your break, and the black one loses your entire score. So really, from my point of view, the break-off's one of those shots where you can afford to have a bit of a go. Certainly trying to get the all important red in the 200, which gives you the maximum points available for a particular hole. I like to play the shot where you try and play the red up into that corner, and it kind of goes ba-bum or ba-bum and then back. Quite a thick cloth this, so I've not tried this shot on a thinner cloth. It works, it does work sometimes on this table. We'll try that in a second. If you're going to try and do something a bit more conservative, you could probably try and just play up for one of the tens or something. Either way, with those two different types of shot, you should leave, if you play this with just a tad of backspin, you should leave your white cue ball somewhere in this sort of half of the table, which gives you something to at least to either bank your 400 points with, or try another shot. But okay, so go on, let's try it. No idea. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, what I've ended up doing there isn't, I've missed the 200, but I've got the 50, red in the 50, which is, I guess that's next best thing. In terms of that shot, it's very unusual that you get the 100 unless you really miss-hit it. But we'll take that. We can use anywhere now in the D. And like I say, this white ball, the cue ball from the last shot, it's actually, in my opinion, it's actually cuttable into that 200 off the cushion. The only risk you've got is, where is your cue ball going to finish? Because if we hit it at sort of this angle, trying to hit this sort of side of the what we call the object ball, the ball we're trying to hit onto, the cue ball, the red in this case, is going to probably go over towards this mushroom, which we don't want. So I'm going to try and play it with a little bit of right hand side, which is called check side. It's sort of putting spin on the side of the ball we're hitting, which is the opposite side of the ball that we're hitting onto. And look, let's try it, because this is at the end of the day a demonstration. It'll either work or it won't, so let's see. Well, I've cut that in, but do you know what? Hit it too hard. So, you know, like, the theory was good. I think if that white had been a little bit further this end of the table, we would have had a little bit of leeway. But as it happens, that was a foul shot. So we've lost our points. The other player comes in and has a go, actually, at the break-off shot again. Now, we played the should we try another one of the flamboyant shots? No, let's try the conservative shot. So the other one I mentioned is just basically, so ball's in the break-off position, so cue ball on the spot. I'm going to just try basically and pot this up at one of those, probably the 10. Alright, yeah, I got close, missed it. But like I say, really, you might as well have a go at something a little bit fancy there, unless you're really confident you're just going to bang in the easier shots in inverted commas. They're not all easy, especially for me. Don't seem to be playing too well tonight, so bear with. Right, we've got options here. We've got to try and hit something, that's a little bit obscured, although we could get to, we'd have to play over the hole a bit if we played it that way. We could come off cushion first, which is, you'll probably notice me doing that a few times during this video, and we'll just clip the right hand side of that red, or we could, I reckon we're going to have a go at this, and I'm going to play it with a little bit of top spin. Object balls, it might go in one of the holes up there. I'm not aiming for anything in particular, I've got to be honest. I'm just going to play it with a bit of top and a bit of right to see if this will come off the cushion a bit. It might knock the mushroom over. We haven't got any points anyway at the minute, so not to worry. Okay, well, bit of hit and hope in that one. What have we got now? We've got 3 balls on the table. Well, we've still got that red, we've discussed that. This one is now more in the middle, so we're either going to have to hit it right on the edge, this side, so it goes off that way and misses that. If we hit that too straight, we're going to career into that mushroom. The one that I'm kind of looking at here is to, let me come around and show you, is to sort of play this in such a way that we hit right on the far side of this white. That object ball should miss this mushroom, should come more out this way. That will come off the cushion, might go in there if we hit it right. The only risk is if I hit that too hard, when that white hits that white ball there, is it going to knock a mushroom over, or are we going to get a bit lucky? Let's give it a go. Let's just see whether any of that plays out, or if I'm overly worrying, or if I play a good shot. Let's try it. Kind of half bottled that. I've got away with it because we've got a 30, but with those shots I'm always worried about what the unknown, because you can't always guarantee what a ball that you hit is going to hit onto, and where that ball's going to go is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, look, we're on 30. We're just looking up the table. I'm going to play this ball. This is probably the safest one. And I'm going to just, actually I'm going to try and get it in the 30 again. I quite like those 30s. It's a bit of a funny angle. I'm going to play top spin on this. So the ball I'm hitting might, well, I should carry on going forward. Might go down a hole itself. Alright, well I've missed my 30. The ball that I played with top spin did actually end up that end of the table, but it didn't go down anything. And we're starting to get a few balls on the table here. It is what it is. So red's still there, that one's still there. There's an opportunity for, I think, a bit of a plant. That onto that. So right hand side of this, about there. Not too hard, but basically I'm aiming as if the pocket was here. All right, that's what's sort of going through my head. So that came off, and we got a slight bonus. We got a 10 as well. A bonus in that it's 10 points. Problem being, we've got to play one of these other shots now. So the other shot that we could play, although is it too risky, is to aim for here, as mad as that might sound, but with loads of right hand side, and try and come up and make contact with that ball there. The problem is that could go anywhere. So I'm going to actually play I want to get that red back moving. I'm going to go for the red. Cushion first, right hand side. Bit of hit and hope involved there. I hit something at least. And the red. Now you know what, that red is in an interesting place, because if I go cushion first, try and get the ball that I'm playing, basically get it into that hole off the cushion. If we can do that by grazing off that red, you'd be impressed, wouldn't you? That's all right, you don't need to clap. Wasn't that difficult a shot really, was it? Again, cushion first, red, onto there, onto that white and see what happens. I know I overuse spin massively, but it works on this table. It doesn't work on a lot of fast tables. So you've got to choose when to use it. Didn't really do much of that, did it? Moment of glory was a little bit short-lived. Right, we can have a go at another one though. So, cue ball right in the corner of the D. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play it sort of to aim for about there. And I'm going to play it with the right hand side and see whether the ball that I'm about to strike can get into that 50 hole. Don't know where the red will go necessarily. I didn't put enough spin on that, but there you go, it's a funny old game. Funny old game, isn't it? You've ended up playing one shot, it's gone badly, but you've ended up fluking something rather nice. So we could play a really boring shot now, which is just to basically make contact with that 10. I mean, purely because I don't like the look of that. That one's hidden. I guess I could try and come off that, but I don't know. I can't guarantee with hitting that one that anything's going to go in. This is the only shot I can see where I can guarantee, well, I should be able to guarantee getting at least 10 points. And then if I leave this red over the 10, we should be set up for the next shot. So, I know it's only 10 points, it's not very exciting, but it'll count, as someone once said. Played that, I hit the edge of that red a bit more than I perhaps needed to pot it, but as a result, my cue ball has ended up in a position where if I get this right, if I put this red right on the edge of the D, think there's a gap, I should be able to just aim for about here. As long as I hit it hard enough, we should drop something in. The red, ideally, into that 20. Yeah. Got a bonus 10 as well. Got red back in hand. So this is where things are starting to get a little bit more complicated. Still don't like the look of that. Can't really get to that. So I'm going to have to play this. I could either go cushion first and push it sort of over there, or play it left hand side off the cushion. I'm trusting a bit to luck with this one though. I'm going to play it with a tad of left hand side. And there you go, you see that was just enough. I think that was the spin, that was just enough just to get it down a hole. The break continues, that's the main thing. So we've got a nice straight one, we could just knock that in. I could try and pot the white in the 20. Let's try that because it's a bit more fun. The red will probably though go in the corner, which I don't really want. Oh, got to pot it, I was going to say. Got a bit lucky again. Talking and playing isn't actually as straightforward as that. Stephen Hendry makes it look really easy, but then he is obviously he's a lot better player than I am. Can't even really compare us, can you? So cue ball, this red isn't hanging over the hole at all, but if I play it and aim for the middle of that 10 hole with a bit of topspin, it should make contact. Again, I'll be honest, I got a bit lucky there. That red could easily have wobbled around that hole and knocked the mushroom over, but you know, you take the results as they come. Now we've got to play either that one that I've been avoiding for however long, or we've got to try and make contact. I think that's the one to go for. I just don't like, if I hit that wrong, the chance of losing my break are quite high. The only problem is I'm going to have to grade. Alright, let's play something really, let's go for a brave shot. So we want to I want to hit that as straight as I can. I stop talking, just get on with it. I'm going to just make contact with it is my main objective. Can I clip that off that and into 20? Am I talking nonsense? talking nonsense. That was always going to be the risk, wasn't it? I think there was enough of a gap to do what I was trying to there, but tonight I'm not playing as well as I would like. But anyway, so that one's hard to see. Don't like it. Cushion first, possibly. Although I'm going to try and get the red back. Always like to try and get the red back in hand if possible. Double kiss, same shot, reload. So if we can pull it back into the table, that's as good as getting it in the holder, in my opinion. As long as something else goes down, you can carry on the break. So I'm going to try and get the red into the 20, which is slightly to the right there of the white ball. I'm going to play with this with a bit of topspin actually, and see if that knocks this onto the other white. Funny enough, I hit that too hard to get the 20, or not quite accurate enough, but we've brought 2 balls back, which is good. I'm going to play this. Balls, when they're in the corner, they're a bit of a pain. You can hit them with a bit of backspin on certain tables, I hasten to add. But as soon as you introduce spin, you introduce the possibility of missing, or the ball behaving strangely around the hole. So, yeah, red, try and get the red back. It's on the cushion, so cushion first. A little bit of pace. Didn't work. Don't know what's going to happen here. Let's just try and play this with a bit of back. Okay, 30. If I hit that, we'll worry about the red in a minute. If I hit that, that's hanging over the hole. So if I hit that with a little bit of top, we should just land it nicely. Okay, that's 30 as well. Left hand side of that red, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm speeding up a bit now, I don't know why. Right hand side of the red, aiming basically right for that far corner, plain ball. A bit harder, you know, and that might have gone in. Just trying to get some balls back this way so we've got some other options and interesting shots to talk about. Right, I think there's an angle to cut, and that's the bar that's just gone. Cut the red into the 50. Need to play it with a bit of right, because although I think the angle means that we won't hit that red mushroom, he says. Oh no, didn't get the angle right at all. So we got a 10, but only by luck. Gonna try. What am I gonna try? Could try and get this into the 10, but a bit boring, or into the 30. But I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will go actually past that red. It'd be a bit of a shame just to knock the red into the 20, wouldn't it? Let's be sensible. Let's just try and finish this off as if we were in a match. So I'm going to go for the white on into the 10. Boring shot. Oh, it's actually, because I've mishit it, we've gone for a 20. I've got 2 of them. Is there any way that we can... What I'm thinking is there any way we can leave that red on the table? Because it would be quite fun to have that to pot last, wouldn't it? So cushion first, right hand side, raise that white. Oh no! Oh no! Lost a break. There you go, you see. Always should be playing the easy shots. So what's the easy shot here? It's red, and it's just drop. I'm just going to drop it in. He says, couldn't even do that at the minute. So no balls left at the bulk end. We have to take the nearest one. And Oh, it's horrible when you've got two whites at the top of the table. I'm just basically going to play this I'm going to try and come off the top cushion, bring the object ball into the 30. That's what I'm trying to play. There you go. So we've got red in hand now. But we've still got two balls right at the top end of the table, which what do we do? I'm going to hit this dead in the middle with backspin. I want to bring this red back. Unfortunately, it's gone in. Double 20 is better than double 10, I suppose. And then the final shot, you've got basically you've just got to come off one of these cushions. A lot of people like to come off the sides to try and go for the 200. Sometimes they need to in order to win the game. I don't like that shot one bit. I tend to, if I'm going to just try and finish the game, this has to be on the central spot there, by the way. I aim for about here, bit of right hand side, and try and get it in the 20. So I'm going to just try that just for simplicity's sake. He says. So there you go. That was a frame. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit closer in the end. I wasn't keeping score while I was playing, but anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.